I want people to truly understand. I'm not telling you not to celebrate Valentine's Day. I'm not telling you don't be a part of it or how it should or shouldn't go. But I think you need to know a little more history about where a lot of these holidays come from and why they come about. And a lot of these are financially driven.
All of them are
They don't
financially
care
driven
if
now.
every kiss begins with everything.
Right.
Got to go to Jared's. All these other things.
Right.
It's all about finances. People could care less if you in love or not, as long as you spending money.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they care about. So I want you to understand where it came from, how it started, and then at the end, I'm gonna hit you with a little do's and don'ts. All right, number one.
Saint Valentine wasn't just one person. You may already know that the Valentine's Day was named after a patron saint, but Saint Valentine. But there's actually some confusing surrounding which Saint Valentine the holiday is technically honored. According to History.com, there are at least two men named Valentine that could have inspired the holiday, including one Valentine who was a priest in the 3rd century Rome. As the story goes, this Valentine defined Emperor Claudius II's ban on marriage. He thought it distracted young soldiers, which it does, illegally marrying couples in the spirit of love until he was caught and sentenced to death.
I tell people, man, that we're gonna do a show about the power of like sex, because you'll have people homeless, ain't eating 12 days, but they still having sex.
You can't.
I'm sorry. The power. We're gonna do a whole show on it.
You know why you can't? All right, you could do a show on it. Anybody could do a show on it. But when they really start to prove, and they already know this, doctors, psychologists, therapists, they already know that a cause. It's a physical part that causes a chemical imbalance to go. How do you explain? So then you get back into that LGBTQ thing, right? Birth or right, or a birth or choice, and then how do you explain pedophiles?
That goes back in the days when
the way my biologically is set up,
14-year-olds.
But again,
we're doing back in the days.
We are animals. A dog does not sit there and say, "I'm gonna wait till this dog get about 5 years or whatever, and then I'm gonna go for it." No, you start to bleed, you go. The body connects it and goes. Unfortunately, I'm not saying what's right. I'm not saying what's not right. I'm just saying once you do that, you now have a legality proof of.